better system, and it can go more places. But it's still that same kind of thing where, you buy a product because you trust the product. So, I don't know. I know it's goofy, but I'm still at that point.
And see, here's the thing, is that the PlayStation 3 should not have, said, oh, Bo, you loved your PS2. PS3 should not have killed it. The reason PS3 was not so widely adopted is when the PS3 came out a year after Xbox 360. Xbox 360, the moment they announced PS3, dropped their price by $100. They became the $199.99 console.
Yeah.
Whereas a brand new PS3 cost people $499.99.
True.
The price gap was so huge, it allowed the Xbox 360 to just take off. And so even people like you who had a PS2 were like, man, everybody I know has an Xbox 360. No one has a PlayStation 3. Only now that the past year or two, when they made the Super Slim, that was only $99, did PS3 really start picking up steam, and a lot of those exclusives started coming out, and they never caught the 360, but they at least became a decent competitor again.
Mm-hmm.
Now the tables are turned, and the PS4 has come out the gate as just this strong behemoth, evenly priced, to the point where Microsoft was like, shit, we need to lower our prices to compete.
Yeah. Well, and it's one of those things, too, that, where people stuck with one. Everyone went from 360 to 1 that I know. You're the only person I know who got a 4.
I went to 360 to 1, and then went to the 4.
I know, but everyone I know went to 4 and stayed at 4. That's the other problem. Yeah, sorry.
It's because they haven't tried the 4.
So
because they don't know what they're missing.
I don't know.
So.
The only thing I wish the 4 was different on was they made the home screen a little more fun. That's it. Everything else is impressive.
Customizable wallpapers are coming in the next month or two.
It just seems goofy they didn't start with that. It was like, oh, what do you want your wallpaper to be? Red or blue? Orange? I've always wanted orange.
Magenta. So
I think that's my only qualm with PlayStation 4. And the other problem, too, that I'm kind of leaning towards 4 more is the slew of games that are coming with it, which I'm sure 3 missed out on that track since they were late. And since they were late, they didn't get as big as sales, and they don't have a big enough sales, they're not going to be able to fund more games for their system.
They also invested in stupid technology with the PS3. They thought
that a stupid ovular-shaped, ugly fucking system was going to be best?
No, that came out later. They thought, now, handed to the Wii, motion control, awesome. PS3 tried it with a 6-axis controller. A wireless controller that you can move and, steer shit, and, there was a dragon game, I don't remember the name of it, but Lair. It was called Lair, and you're supposed to be able to fly your dragon just by holding the controller. Worst frickin' system in the world.
Well, then they got the dildos.
Yeah, and then the dildos came out.
Yeah. Which you can use very well anyways, because the little squishy, the top-on thing was squishy, so...
It was squishy?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm sure they had to, because I'm sure in beta testing, people were dropping them and smashing the top part to smithereens.
Probably. So, I mean, the main part about it is PS3 was playing catch-up its entire life. So, about halfway through the lifespan, I think at some point Sony was like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to limp along with this thing. We're not going to do much with it. Let's just keep it going, make sure we keep titles on it, and try and break even. We're going to put as much money as we frickin' can into the PS4, and then we'll beat back next generation. So at that point, Sony's saying, hey, we had a lot of good stuff that no one really gave a chance to last time because, we only... I think Sony had 1/4 of the console share, whereas Xbox 360 had 2/4 or a half, and we had the other quarter like that. Now, when you look at people who have moved to next gen, I think 2/4 of the people are on PS4, 1/4 is on Xbox One, and then the other 1/4 is split between Wii U, Ouya, and handhelds. So, I think 20 people own a Wii U. And
then the other 75% is still not buying anything because they're all too fucking poor.
Yeah, everybody else is like, I'm gonna wait.
I saw something that, and I looked it up. It's actually true.
What's that?
When you go by inflation rates,
yeah,
the minimum wage is down 25%. And college tuition is up 1,150%.
Yeah! Awesome money.
Happy
4th of July!
Happy 4th of July! How bullshit is that?
Very much so.
I know that shit belongs on Flowcast, but you haven't done one in a while, and I saw that and I was mad. Mad fucking mad. Mad. Okay, back to fun things.
Yep. So, moving right along from games to more games. If you guys go to GameSPOT, I had to capitalize GameSpot in case Bo read this
and corrected it, yeah,
and typoed it to GameStop. GameSpot is giving away beta codes for the new World of Warcraft expansion, Warlords of Draenor, whatever the
Dreanor. Drano.
Warlords of Draenor.
But right now they're out of codes. But they do them in intervals, and they come out with batches.
Yep.
So you got to keep checking back with the website.
Follow them on Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah.
Good luck getting one, because WoW nerds are, no, I got a macro for that.
Gotta do it. I'm running all the time.
I just had to hit a code, and I have if I hit a keystroke on my board, I will then be able to have the beta code. Yay! You can't see me pushing up my fake glasses. Yeah. But if you do want to check it out, follow them on Facebook or Twitter, or go to GameSpot.com/WoW giveaway.
Happy 4th of July!
But while we're talking about WoW, that's going to move us right along into our special segment.
Is WoW dead?
Is WoW dead, Bo?
It has been dead for me for about 2.5 years.
Is WoW dead, Bo?
Dead Bo?
Dead Bo.
Dead Bo.
WoW Bo dead.
Dead Bo. Dead Bo Bo dead. I haven't played WoW in a while. I did buy Mist of Pandaria, but before that, I hadn't had any subscription time. And since I bought it, I haven't had any subscription time.
You have a 90, don't you?
Yeah. I have 4 90s.
Didn't 90 just come out with Pandaria? I thought it was 85 before that.
Then I only have 85s.
Oh, okay. I thought. If I'm wrong, let me know. Facebook and Twitter, SOYK Radio. Happy 4th of July!
Happy 4th of July!
The level caps, let me know.
Yeah. So, because the Worlds of Draenor is pushing it to 100.
Welcome to EverQuest. That's I'm pretty sure EverQuest you can get to like level 280.
Well, EverQuest was ridiculous. You know what? You know why I didn't want to ever play EverQuest?
Because there's so much shit to do?
No. One simple fucking reason. The crazy motherfucker who kept coming up with his computer at Discount Computer Outlet because he kept breaking it because he was insane.
What would he do? I don't remember what he would do.
It was porn, and he kept messing with the registry entries. Because you remember we kept having to copy registry entries from working computers to switch out his so this computer would work again.
Why didn't we just keep a backup of his drive the way it was when we fixed it?
We did that the last 2 times.
Okay.
So
yeah, because he'd come in, we just ghost the image and say, here you go.
Yeah, all good.
So he played EverQuest 2.
Whichever it was. All I know is I got a bad feeling with EverQuest. And, okay, here's the thing, too, is we only played it for like 10 minutes. We pulled up his account just to make sure it worked. Yeah, he told us to. And we were just cruising around. And it was the graphics were even less impressive than World of Warcraft.
Because it was EverQuest 2. It came out before World of Warcraft.
I know. But still, it's one of those things. It was like, I want to play something. If I'm going to play something that the graphics don't matter, I'm going to play,
Anarchy Online?
No, what the hell is that? Tribulations? Tribunal? One where you're flying through the air and you're shooting laser beams and you ski down the side of mountains.
Oh, Tribes?
Tribes! Yeah.
The original Tribes?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If I don't care about graphics, I'll play Tribes or Mario.
Yep. So, but going back to WoW, that's one thing I want to talk about was graphics. I know they're updating the character models with Warlords of Draenor, but I don't think they're updating any of the other models.
Which is hugely important because the rocks look like they belong on a Nintendo 64.
Well, they updated it a little bit with Cataclysm, didn't they?
Yeah, a bit. Because they dumped some of your old files and they replaced them.
Right.
And I think they did it again with Mist of Pandaria a little bit on certain stuff.
Okay.
Which I haven't looked, but I would hope the instance would be a little more updated.
Yeah.
But that would still suck going back to regular world stuff.
I'm thinking this has to be a much bigger update graphically besides just character models because it's been 2 years since the last expansion, and they were releasing them like every 10 months.
Yeah, it's got to be something important to bring back really to bring back the MMO to the standard user.
Yeah.
Because MMOs are more of like a diehard person. Because right now for MMOs, you have like the people who play it a lot and a shitload. You have League of Justice.
League of Justice.
You have League of Legends. You have
Not an MMO. That is a MOBA.
Okay, MOBA. Still same genre of people, basically. Because most people who play League of Legends have diddled with WoW.
They fucked WoW.
They fucked WoW. Okay, but we have minor WoW. We have some Terra. EverQuest gets played. Actually, a little more than I would have expected.
I'm pulling up the top MMOs by subscriptions.
But it's one of those things. It's got to be more graphically interesting. That storyline needs to be more fun, and really fucking importantly, they need to stop resetting the goddamn talent trees. That is why I stopped playing. I got tired of playing, and then they'd reset the talent tree every 3 months, and I had to re-fucking do everything.
Dude, that's why they released a whole bunch of content for the Old Republic. Oh. So if you remember, before Star Wars The Old Republic had any expansions, once you hit Endgame, you pretty much could only PvP. Like, there were a couple instances and stuff you could do, but it's pretty much just PvP the entire time. There was no quests, nothing. It's pretty much just go start another character.
Yeah.
Once they released enough stuff, they increased the level cap by 10, and they released more, like, there was a couple different expansions that came out. I was like, sweet, I'll go back, I'll put another month into it. That's no big deal. Mm-hmm. All my shit was reset, and I couldn't remember what anything did, and so I just said, fuck it, and said, here, keep my $13, I'm not playing.
Well, so the funny thing now is you can play it as much as you want to.
Not my character. Too high of a level.
I think they increased the level cap to...
For free-to-play?
Yeah.
Free-to-play, you can't play you can play the high-level characters, you just can't get into the expansion stuff.
Let's see, because they're...
Star Wars is weird. Star Wars is weird. As far
I know, I'm trying to remember. I read all the emails they send out. Is you get the expansions for free. But unless you're paying, when you pay is really when you start getting these extra bonuses. Like the most recent one is, I think, a house in Dantooine. So,
yep.
What was that? Oh, I deleted it. But it's kind of that thing where they're just trying to give you perks because they're desperately trying to bring people back to it. Because it was fun, but I don't know. It became tedious instead of interesting. So
understandable. So right now I'm going over the different computer stuff they have as far as current subscribers. They only really have the big ones on here, and I'll go over those numbers. For example, Anarchy Online, which just went through a graphical overhaul, so I really don't even know why they did this because they have this many subscribers, is sitting pretty at 12,000. Now, that is a game that came out 10 years ago.
Wow.
This can't be that updated because City of Heroes has been taken offline. But when they were taken offline, they had 200,000.
City of Heroes? Is that the one we played?
Yeah.
That's not offline.
City of Heroes is offline.
I played it like last week.
Maybe you played Champions.
No, City of Heroes, I think.
Or was it DC Universe?
DC Universe, that's what it was. I didn't play the Heroes one.
This can't be updated because they don't even have DC Universe on here.
Yeah, because they have DC Universe on Steam right now, and that one's still carrying on. I logged in the other day, and it was a pretty fucking full server.
It's because they only have 2 servers.
I don't know. I didn't look. I'm going to have to take your word for it.
They have 2 North American, 2 European. Pretty much right now, you got WoW as the top. Mm-hmm. And then WoW, and that's paid. After that, you have a lot of the ones that are mixed with free-to-play. So some of the other ones that are up there, like Lord of the Rings, Terra.
Elder Scrolls.
Oh, yeah, Elder Scrolls is probably the next biggest one, but they're fucking up pretty bad.
Yeah.
Because of all the bugs. I think in a tie for 4th and 5th place is Star Wars and Star Trek. Because there are so many people on Star Trek.
I tried that Star Trek one, man. I just could not get into it.
I think you need to sit down and... maybe I'll come over with a laptop one time. We'll sit down and play together.
Maybe. I don't know. Me and Matt tried playing for a good 5 hours.
Really?
Yeah. and 4 hours, and neither of us could really just dive into the game like I normally would. Because with WoW,